Rocket Nation, this is Kurt Johnston, Activities Director, coming with you to give you updates on the information that was presented by Governor Reynolds and her new proclamation earlier this week. What I've included here is information from the High School Athletic Association. They basically took Governor Reynolds' proclamation and they summarized it into these few bullet points that we have then below. And so the first thing that I wanted to update our community on was that our junior high sports are now allowed to begin and operate just as our high school sports have been since the beginning of November. So that will actually start for us. We're going to start practices for junior high wrestling, junior high basketball there on Monday, and I'll go over those practice schedules here in just a little bit. The other thing that you'll see on the second bullet point is that school districts are now allowed to have youth sports come in and use our facilities. Now, in using our facilities, though, this would be for anyone that's in pre-K through sixth grade. Those individuals must be masked up, and they also have to be social distanced. So within our community, I know that we have several who may participate in youth wrestling. We may have youth archery, youth basketball. And so with each of those activities, they are allowed to come in and use our facilities, but they, again, would have to maintain the social distancing. So in basketball, they may not or they would not be able to actually play one-on-one or play a basketball game going up and down. It would just be skills that those teams would then be able to work on. Same thing with archery and wrestling. They would be allowed to participate, but again, the social distancing would have to be enforced. For our spectators, the third bullet point, we are going to continue to have just 2 spectators per athlete, and it does go ahead and define who those are that can receive a ticket. Again, athletes, performers, competitors, coaches, down the fourth bullet point, are allowed 2 tickets, as well as our cheerleaders. So our cheerleaders are present at all of our home meets, and so those cheerleaders would also continue to have 2 tickets allotted to them. You do see that managers and any of our workers that we may have, whether those be timers, scorekeepers, ticket takers, they're allowed to attend the events to continue to do their duties, but they aren't allowed to have 2 tickets given to others. Now, what we would ask for the last bullet point here is that spectators, again, come and be present during the time that student or the student's team is participating. So if you are there to watch a game at 5 o'clock, we would ask that you report as close to 5 o'clock as you can, and that once that game has concluded, that you would leave the facility. Now, if you are there for another game as well, because some of our athletes do participate in more than one level, it is okay to remain within the building. Now, you'll see that at the bottom of this, and again, each of these Word documents will be included along with this YouTube video. If you wanted to read further into Governor Reynolds' proclamation, you could certainly click down here at the bottom to be able to receive all the information that she then has. But I did want to go over really quickly our practice schedules that we do have for our junior high boys basketball and for girls basketball, because we do use a couple of different facilities. And so because we are using different facilities, we sometimes do not always have a gym that is available right after school. First and foremost, I wanted to let everyone know that on Monday, we will begin running an activity bus again. That activity bus will leave the high school at 5:15 each evening. Now, you will notice then that on December 14th, which is Monday, there is no practice for junior high boys basketball because, again, we do not have a gym that is available for them to practice in. They will actually start on Tuesday there at the Eddyville Elementary. The girls' basketball practice schedule, very similar. They will be reporting on Monday. They will report to the Eddyville Elementary. We have a bus that will transport them down there to the elementary. Practice will end at approximately 5 o'clock. For those that may live in the Fremont or Blakesburg area, we will then have a bus that will transport them back to the high school. And then at 5:15, that bus will leave to go back to Fremont or to Blakesburg. And if there are any questions that you may have about any of these schedule changes, don't hesitate to let us know here in the high school office at 969-4288, or also feel free to shoot me an email at kurt.johnston@rocketsk12.org.